It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi there, folks. Ernie Johnson here, aided once again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to be together again as the NBA regular season wraps up and playoff fever is starting to set in. Are you feeling it, Kenny?
Oh, I feel that playoff fever.
Yes, we do.
Hey, we don't have to pay for this song. Why? Because I made it up in my head.
I'm the backhand guy.
Yeah.
In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, it's been tough sledding. The loss is mounting. They're simply not playing up to capacity. How to fix it is the question.
Every diamond's a flavor. I'm satisfied.
Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. This is the last stop for the 76ers before returning back to Philadelphia. Look at this team, third from last in the East, just not the way they had hoped this season would play out.
And they've yet to come up with a win in any of their 3 games against these guys. So I guess one positive for them is that no matter what happens tonight, it's the last time they'll face them on the season.
Yeah, I would say that's one way to frame it. I mean, it's been a tough matchup, but this league is all about competition and stretching yourself, challenging yourself. They've got redemption on their mind as they enter this one.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the 76ers. Okafor out there with Carl Landry. Then it's Tony Wroten. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Stauskas in at the 2. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Wroten was last season. Especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Wroten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Well, fellas, they're undefeated so far in the season series, so nothing to worry about, right? Well, that's not his style. He said, quote, "You can never take any opponent for granted. They're a tough team, and in particular, their shot blocking inside can really give you problems. I expect us to play hard and play disciplined. Guys, we'll see if they can do that and sweep the series. Back to you."
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. They put a lot of thought into how they're going to match up against the opposing defense, guys.
And so they should, because that's what it's going to take. This is such a tough D to break down. They're going to have to play a smart game offensively.
Well, there's no denying that. I mean, you're not going to get by on skill alone. I mean, you've got to have the strategy and the skill working together.
To the left wing. 5 to shoot. The 8-footer, and that one's good. Now here's Rose. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Now here's Wroten. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Landry. Can't get it to go. Good D by Gasol. The Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's Rose missing.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Throw good, Stauskas.
A bit of a slow start to the career of Nick Stauskas. Was a highly touted rookie a year ago, but had a hard time finding minutes early on last year. That will change as he becomes more experienced.
And here's Covington from the arc, and he gets it to go. Covington's got 6.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Drummond a screen. That's a 2 from Smith, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. And last season, Clark Stauskas' minutes grew with his play. At the end of the season, he was a big rotation guy.
Yeah, and it wasn't just his scoring or ability to shoot that he displayed. I mean, we know he can shoot the ball, but he showed he's a very smart player in the half court and a pretty good passer, too.
Clock at 4, Okafor. And it's Okafor again missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Raptors.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight. That one is off.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
He hits the second from the line. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim. Really nice work inside there. We'll always give you a battle on the interior, guys.
Roten with it. He had 13 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto. Here's Covington. He kicks it to Roten. Over to the left wing. Here's Covington, defended by Young. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And looking now at some numbers for Rose. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. Averaging about 22 points per, 10 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
Young with no one around. Offensive rebound. Nice shot by Smith.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Roten kicks to Okafor. Pass to Covington. And the 76ers get it back. And that one's good. Roten. So it's Chicago now. 4-point game. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. And they never figured out how to attack the defense in that one.
Noel's checked in for Carl Landry. Philadelphia leading by 4. Stauskas kicks to Okafor. They set the screen. Here's Covington, defended by Young. Shot clock at 5. Here's Roten. It's all in by the Bulls.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Rose passes to Smith. Back to Rose. The 19-foot shot. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Roten's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And it's Noel missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Gasol drives in. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Gasol's got his second bucket tonight.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters. But such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles. Sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Some of the best shooting teams out there. Number 1, the Bulls.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the 76ers, Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Grant comes in for Robert Covington. And Jakar Sampson subbed in for Stauskas. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot, Greg, 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
Two shots. Loop shots.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. The 76ers leading by 3. And here is Roten. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Sampson, covered by Mirotic. Clock at 6. Roten, no good. Bulls have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Dishes it to Snell from the arc. Sampson pulls it in.
Boy, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Grant outside. There's a screen by Noel. Sampson dishes to Grant. And Noel kicks to Sampson. Here's Roten. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Now Clarkson, 11 points for him in that last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. And again, Chicago, no good. The 76ers leading by 3. Now here's Roten. Shoots a 3. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots. Gibson with the ball. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Gibson, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And the line for balls. One shot.
The free throw is off from Gibson. Splitter, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 1.
You've got to box out on the free throws. Put a body on somebody. The little things can make a big difference.
To the inside. Sampson's shot, good.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
And Gibson kicks to Mirotic. Mirotic the screen. Down low, deflects the pass. Stolen by Grant. Now here's Roten. He's covered by Clarkson. Sampson, the pass to Grant. And it's off from three-point range. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Snell, looking for his first basket still in this one. Clarkson kicks to Splitter. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered by Roten. Shoots. They grab their own miss. Splitter can't get it to go.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Here's Roten. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a rookie after sitting out the 2014 season. He looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think that year off really helped him grow as a player. Coming into the draft when he came out, he was a guy who I thought had one of the most unbelievable motors I had ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end.
Here's Clarkson, following the basket by Tony Roten. Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Screened by Grant. Roten dishes to Grant, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down. And for Noel, I really think he took off in the back half of the season. Up his scoring, his shooting percentage, and his rebounding. You can see him getting better almost every game.
Here's Sampson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Roten. That's tipped.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The 76ers have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And the Bulls making a change here. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Fires the 3. That drops. Roten's got 9.
for 3.
7 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Clarkson, and the rejection by Noel. And so the first quarter is in the books. 76ers lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And that's it. Coach Lionel Hollins known for his no-nonsense style, but he'll tell you he's got a good sense of humor.
I told them all, you can joke with me, you can laugh at me. I'm not perfect. You'll see me hobbling out there on the court. You'll see me stumble as I'm trying to show you a defensive move. It's funny. There was a time when you wouldn't be laughing because I'd be kicking your butt, but that time is long past.
I still don't think that Coach Hollins is anyone to be trifled with, and I think the net players would agree with me on that one.
Oh, yes, I know they've got that one figured out. And I do, too, as a matter of fact. The last thing anybody on the team better be doing is laughing at Lionel Hollins. Just ask Darren Williams.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Tony Wroten out there with Stauskas. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Okafor. And it's Landry in at the power forward position.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And Rose wide open. He shoots. Here's Drummond. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And he sinks the second.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
Now, here is Landry. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his first foul. The Bulls making a switch here. Young's checked in.
Nick Young.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And here's Rose. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. In the corner, Smith with it. Shot on the wing. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletic.
You talked about the raw physical tools. When you factor in the 2 things as a big that I really value, great hands and quick feet, and he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. Now here's Okafor. Misses in close.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And Young kicks to Rose. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The pass to Smith. Drummond a screen. 4 on the shot clock. Pulls it from 20. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Smith. The 76ers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Landry with the screen. Pass to Covington. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Covington's got 9.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Drummond, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
The feed to Covington. Landry with the screen. Tries it from 19, and that's good for 2. Landry's got his first 2 points of the night.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Mirotic is checked in for Pau Gasol. Here's Roten. He's got 9. Feeds to Stauskas. Roten with it, working on Rose, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Looking at the game Roten has been having, he has 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Chicago. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Here's Roten after the basket by Nikola Mirotic. Covington passes to Okafor. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now here is Mirotic. And the shot falls short this time.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Roten dishes to Stauskas. Landry with the screen. Stauskas kicks to Roten. Up and in on the layup. Roten's got the lead up to 6 now for Philadelphia.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now here's Clarkson, guarded close. And good on the basket. Booking.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they look offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
Now here's Okafor. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. There's a good screen. Jumper off the screen. Rebound by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Now, here is Smith. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. And Carl Landry picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And the Bulls making a change here. Gibson's checked in, and then for Philadelphia, Noel comes in for Carl Landry, and Jakar Sampson subbed in for Tony Wroten. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Chicago making a switch here. Splitters checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor, and it's Grant in for Robert Covington. Mirotic the screen. Now Clarkson, just 5 on the clock. Unloads. And it's off the back rim, no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Stauskas kicks to Noel. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. There's a screen by Noel. Grant the pass to Sampson. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and he gets it to go. Noel's got his first basket of the night.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Young's shot is off.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
No good from Grant. Bulls trail by 6, and Young kicks to Mirotic. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Tony Snell's checked in for Young. Here's Stauskas. There's a screen by Noel. Sampson kicks to Embiid. Over in the corner, Sampson. Pocket 6. Embiid the screen. For 3, Stauskas. Rebounded by Snell. The Bulls have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Clarkson with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Now, here's Clarkson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Now, in terms of rebounding over the last 10 games, these are the rookies that have been head and shoulders above the rest. Jahlil Okafor on top. Second, Joel Embiid.
You know, as a young player, all you can ask for is an opportunity. And then it's incumbent on you to make the most of it. And these two have done just that with their tireless work on the interior.
Well, the art of rebounding. You need toughness, you need tenacity, you need good instincts, hustle. They have all of that.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Terrell Wright's checked in for the Bulls. And he's good on the second. Here's Stauskas. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Toronto. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The 76ers have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Grant. And Grant drops them both. Clarkson with the ball. To the wing on the left. Right against Grant. From 13. And it's Noel with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 7. Here's Stauskas. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Grant the pass to Sampson. Kicks to Stauskas. Here's Grant. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Grant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Chicago calls timeout.
Nick Stauskas had some great moments on the court last season, guys, but perhaps his most memorable contribution was his nickname of Sauce Castillo. Came out of nowhere, but it stuck with him, and he's going with it. I'd love to hear the story behind that. Chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now. First and second chance points, third in blocks. And they're the third-ranked fast break team in the league. I mean, there's always that fear that they're going to run you off the court when you play them. You got to get back in transition against this team.
And going back to their offensive rebounding and that #1 ranking in second chance buckets, I think it speaks to their tenacity and physicality. They go at you. No question about that.
Now, here's Clarkson, and stolen by Noel. Stauskas dishes to Embiid. He feeds it to Stauskas. Out to the right wing. Embiid kicks to Stauskas. Embiid the screen. Clock at 6. Inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Clark, as you were talking about Nick Stauskas, he earned the name Sauce Castillo last year. Came about when a bad translation on a Kings game referred to him as that name in closed caption.
And guys, credit to Stauskas because he read with it, made the most of the opportunity, even launched his own Sauce Castillo hot sauce. And I can't attest to if the sauce is any good, Kevin, but I'm still waiting for a taste test.
I am too. Put it on what? You put it on bread and crackers and
hamburgers.
Hamburgers. Okay, we'll try it.
Yeah.
We'll try it. Both free throws good from Noel. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Here's Stauskas. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
A moment now to see the stats for Noel. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's right around 9 points a night, 9 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff. And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. It may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
And it comes off the front of the rim. Bulls trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered closely. The putback, and it's slammed in by Splitter.
That kind of putback turns a simple rebound into a highlight play.
He assaulted the glass, you're right, then assaulted the rim.
Yeah, straight bringing the hard hat on that one. That's what you like to see on the backboard.
Timeout called the 76ers.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitation.
Take a look at how the final seeding will look in the East. You look at Chicago. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, Philadelphia. Right now, quite a ways down below.
And looking at Chicago, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
That's for sure. I mean, expectations were high for these guys, and they've more than lived up to the hype.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Saul comes in for Splitter, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for Clarkson. Grant outside. Here's Embiid. He sinks the 11-footer. Embiid's got 5 points so far. Bulls trail by 10. 35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Rose goes in, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Rose has got his second basket of the night.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Stauskas, the pass to Sampson, screened by Grant. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Lays it up and banks it in.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Outside Rose. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. 76ers on top, leading by 10. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 10. Shaq, we'll start with you. How do you think they played?
They've just gone about their business, playing a great, solid, all-around game. I think the score is what we thought it would be. I expect them to keep their foot on the gas in the second half and not let things get any closer, Ernie.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Without question, Tony Wroten displaying his skills today.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
by 10. Nick Young is out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Smith. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Smith drives in, goes up the baseline, can't hit. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Covington. A rebound by Young. Young's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Stauskas has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And here is Rote. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Covington. But they get it back. Drummond working against Okafor. He dishes it to Roten to the left wing. Here's Covington, covered by Smith. And another shot. Covington's shot is off.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Smith drives in. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Fires from 14. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Rose.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Here's Stauskas. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. While we're in this break, let's take a moment now to acknowledge the strong defense we've been seeing from that point guard position lately. These are the steal leaders among point guards since the All-Star break. 5th is Tony Roten.
And with these guys, they are always going to give you an equally outstanding effort at both ends of the floor. I mean, it takes very aggressive defense to put up steal numbers like that.
And you love the mindset this guy has at the defensive end. He wants to impact the game defensively, and you love that attitude.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, the environment is key.
Here's Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Stauskas kicks to Roten. Passes it to Stauskas. Out to the wing. Andrew with the screen. Here's Covington, defended by Young. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Smith drives in. They get it again. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Doubled by Smith. Roten dishes to Landry. Shot to end this cold run. And Okafor with the layup. Okafor's got 8.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl-Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of defensive experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him, and that feeling turned out to be correct.
Down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Here's Smith. He's got 8. Back to Rose. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession.
And a quick check of the stats for Drummond. He's really stood out for them over the past month. 9th in rebounding, 10th in field goal percentage, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
Boy, he's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the full 48 minutes. Glass eater.
Splitters checked in for Chicago. And so the ball out of bounds. Splitter touched it last. The 76ers leading by 6. Now Roden, 12 points for him. Picked by Okafor. The dish to Stauskas. 6 on the shot clock. Over to the left wing. Covington inside the line, and he drops that one in. And now it's an 8-point 76ers lead.
He seems to have just lost his touch. Only 1 for his first 5 here in the quarter.
Splitter sets a screen. Rose attacking.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
Some changes for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Young, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Smith. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Philadelphia. And both free throws good for Rose. The 76ers leading by 6. Now here's Roden. He kicks it to Okafor. Pass to Landry. All alone. And that one hits back iron. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time.
Here's Okafor after the basket by Nikola Mirotic. Here's Sampson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Sampson's got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Splitter sets a screen. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Here's Sampson, and it's Roten atop the key. That's good. And now an 8-point Philadelphia lead.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Outside Rose. Soft touch off the glass. Rose has got 6 points in the quarter.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Here's Sampson. Roten with it. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor, but last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
And back to Carl Landry, sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
He hits both from the stripe.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here, I mean, he's a roll guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low, yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Now here's Splitter. He has 5.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's a screen by Noel. And here's Covington from the arc. And Noel throws it down.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Splitter, that's good.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Bulls trail by 8. And here's Clarkson. Now Rose fires it up. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Roten kicks to Covington. Landry, a screen on Mirotic. Covington's shot is off.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Dishes to Mirotic. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic.
Okay,
most years, he could have walked away with that award.
The first one falls. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Jeremy Grant comes in for Robert Covington. And so Mirotic nails both of them.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
The pass to Sampson. There's a screen by Noel. There's a good screen. Grant the pass to Sampson. 6 to shoot. In the corner, it's Roten. Sinks the three-pointer. Roten's got 5 points in the quarter.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
The 76ers leading by 7. Roten kicks to Sampson. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Jahlil Okafor on top. 4th, Joel Embiid.
These two rookies have been going head-to-head in the box scores for a while now. There have been a few big nights for both of them.
Yeah, and these guys, Greg, are built to wear you out. I mean, young, talented, machine last month. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Chicago making a switch here. Lights checked in. The 76ers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Bulls trail by 10. Now here's Rose. 10 points for him. Pass to Wright. Bulls from the top of the key. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Philadelphia shooting right around 41% from the field in quarter 3. And Tony Wroten gets the whistle there. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Pau Gasol is checked in for Splitter. And Nick Young is subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. Outside Rose. 18 feet out. It's Gasol missing. Philadelphia leading by 8. Here's Wroten. He's got 17. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Got a piece of it. And Gibson kicks to right. The feed to Rose. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Rose has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Embiid the screen. Wroten dishes to Noel. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. That's good. And now just a 3-point 76ers lead.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And the 76ers call time here.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum. Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. First in shooting percentage. First and lowest turnovers a game. And they have definitely learned the finer points of transition basketball. I mean, they own the most fast break points in the NBA.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Now, here's Grant. 12 points for him. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Wroten the pass to Embiid, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
Right outside. Left side Rose. From the baseline. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Rose has got 11 points here in just the second half. Wroten kicks to Grant. Passes it to Sampson. Embiid the screen. There's the pick. Feeds it to Grant from the arc. Rebound by the Bulls. Gibson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Wright dishes to Gibson. 20 feet out. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Wroten, defended by Gasol. Wroten the pass to Noel. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. The 76ers leading by 3 on the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Joel Embiid out there with Okafor. Then it's Tony Wroten. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Stauskas in at the 2 spot. Back to Embiid. Clock is at 3. Rebound by Smith. The Bulls shooting here about 46% for the game. Kicks to Young to tie it up, and it's good. Young's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Stauskas kicks to Wroten. To the middle. Just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Gasol dishes to Smith. Gasol against Okafor. Gasol kicks to Drummond. Chance there to take the lead, missing. And so here is Philadelphia. Okafor with the ball. He feeds it to Stauskas. From deep. Rebound by Smith.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on.
Outside Rose to take the lead. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Covington, covered by Smith. Covington's shot is off.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
A look from Rose. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Rose has got 13 points in the second half. For Philadelphia, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Pick by Okafor. Wroten with it, working on Rose. Good! And it's 9 points for Joel Embiid.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Rose with the ball. And Wroten picks him up defensively. Outside Rose. He dishes it to Drummond. Okafor grabs the miss.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Smith outside, fires the 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 9 assists now tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Okafor.
That's what this team needs right now, solid scoring chances.
Young outside, takes the 3. Can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now. And here is here's Roten to take the lead. The rebound by Young. Down low. Smith the pass to Young. Lets it go from 11. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Now here's Roten. He's covered by Rose. Here's Okafor. Second shot opportunity. And oh, here we go. Rose. Nobody back. Finish off the break. And now a 5-point Bulls lead.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Now Roten. Embiid with the screen on Rose. Roten dishes to Okafor. For 3, Covington. Count the bucket.
Well, this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Now here's Rose. Gasol a screen. Outside Rose. Young right side. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Another shot. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. 76ers have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Here's Stauskas. Here's Okafor.
You look at the game so far for Okafor, 10 points and a steal. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And we're also seeing that power game on the interior, really just putting on a clinic when you talk about post play.
Carl Landry's checked in for Embiid. And he sinks the second. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Outside Rose. There's the dish to Drummond. He kicks to Young. Shot clock at 6. Outside Rose. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Rose has got 21. The 76ers trail by 3. Here's Roten. Pass to Landry. Roten with it. To the paint and stolen by Drummond. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Young with the ball, and yes sir, that one drops. Young's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that can decide a game.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it does. The steal there, as gutsy a play defensively as you're going to see.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
How about raising his game here in the fourth quarter? Missing just 1 of his 5 attempts so far.
Roten kicks to Covington. Over to the wing. Okafor with the screen on Young. Back to Okafor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another miss by Philadelphia.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Young outside. Back to Rose. Stolen by Landry. And here is Roten. Landry with a screen for Roten. Off target from 3-point range. Young outside. To the middle. Here's Smith. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead. Philadelphia's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. To the wing right side. Here's Stauskas, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Assist from
Chicago leading by 7. Rose passes to Smith. Now Drummond. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Young kicks to Gasol. Use that pick to get in close.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
And the 76ers call time here. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
With Doris from the sideline.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message Lionel Hollins was giving to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me, show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Noel's checked in for the 76ers.
Some good numbers for Gasol. 8 rebounds, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. Difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Here's Roten, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Rose.
Shooting for Chicago, Tony Roten. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
That one misses.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Andrea screen on Rose. Here's Roten. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Drummond's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Outside Rose. Dishes it to Smith. Gasol a screen. Back to Rose. Off the screen. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Noel's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Stauskas kicks to Roten. Andrea screen on Rose. Right wing. Here's Covington, defended by Young. Young with the steal. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Smith dishes to Rose. on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Young's shot is off.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Bulls.
Clark, their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, they had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And you can rock the brooms now, fellas. They found a way to defeat this opponent all 4 games this year, finishing out a clean sweep for their season series against the 76ers.
And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Rose. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Derrick Rose. That's his 5th personal foul. Shooting for Chicago, Tony Roten. At the line for 2.
That free throw missing. And some changes here for the 76ers. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Noel. Jeremy Grant comes in for Robert Covington. And Jakar Sampson subbed in for Nick Stauskas. Good on the second free throw.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Splitter sets a screen. Here's Clarkson. His three-pointers off the mark. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, unless something dramatic and drastic occurs.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
The 76ers with another miss. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
This win was punctuated by some quality defensive plays. How important is the defensive execution to your success?
Well, defense got to be always our motor. If we get some stops, we're doing a good job defensively, everything will be okay from that point on. So we just got to continue to emphasize our defense.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded. Kenny, your thoughts?
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, and that puts him on another level.
And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular season contest. It has been a wild ride. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Jones. Now the playoffs begin on 2K Sports. See you back for that.